Number 45 in white. A lot of pressure on that rope unit and the defensive middies. Out there for the face-off for Jacksonville is Rippeon, and then Luke Engelke for Duke. So we're ready to face it off here in Jacksonville, Florida. It's Lacrosse Saturday. A lot of great games around the country, this being one of them. Rippeon is able to rake it back. Jacksonville control, so early signs for Jacksonville being able to calm the nerves on offense rather than being under pressure, and a lot of pressing defense for Duke. That's Harrison by De La Roca, but they make the most of that possession and jump out to a 1-0 lead. Contested ground ball, and it's going to come up with a Duke face-off win. Back to Jamison. And it all starts with the ball being put on the ground in the riding game, but Girard coming up with that ground ball in traffic. I'm a big fan. I've said it many times. I expect to see him playing for Team Canada one day in the Brody Merrill type of defensive player who is defense a lot of credit. An offense that last week only scored 5 goals, 2 here early in the game. Missed ground ball. Second chance goes to Tucker Denault. Who's that off of? Oh, Duke puts it back in play. This is where games are won and lost. These unsettled situations. Looks like a modified game. And it's going to be a push against Jacksonville. And Molliver's going to take the ball, bring it in against Dom Zingo.
As the ball came across, but a second chance opportunity for Duke, and they capitalized.
So we did say hello to his mom today, who's at the game. She's got a shirt on with a Duke logo and a JU logo, as there's a Curtius on both teams today. It's tied at 2. House divided, or House united. And that's a face-off win for Duke. Jacksonville's got to protect against a Duke run. It's Lucas Frazier for Jacksonville, number 45, the freshman from Hill. Rippeon on the face-off. And Duke unable to come up with it. It's a loose ball. Referee's letting them play. Now, will they get the push call? So loose ball push against Duke. Marginal. But Jacksonville is the beneficiary of that, and it'll be
able to just get enough on it.
And you can see the Jacksonville bench go wild, and we talked about the ability to keep it close and gain confidence. And Rippeon's done a nice job at the face-off spot, but this time it's Duke ball. The aforementioned Ada McGuire working that wing. McGuire, I could play offense. Let me stay out there, but no, nobody on Pappendick. Little ball watching. Girard and Rippeon. This time it's Rippeon. And Zingo is going to pass it off to De La Roca. In trouble. That's Jack Taylor. Scored the last goal. Heavy pressure. First 5-0. Marist on top of Mercer, 9-5 in a couple of ASUN games. Nice job by Rippeon. Back to Harrison. And here comes that ride. There's Johnston, but Jacksonville's able to sidestep it. There's Harrison into the offensive end. So the wing is vacated, so they definitely called, we didn't see the referee signal, but they definitely locked the Duke player in. So an important face-off for Jacksonville. See if they call a timeout on that possession. Okay, they did. I was in Coach Galloway's head there. As soon as the ball was in the stick, he scored 18 goals and 15 assists. A lot of balance to that midfield unit, the second middies. It's been a good battle at the face-off spot today. Pretty even with some great wing play. Everybody here at Rock Beach recognizes that as a loose ball push, as you can hear. So it's Jacksonville ball is.
Yeah, Coach Galloway loaded the schedule knowing the ASUN being the important part. That is how you're going to get into the NCAA tournament. Let's go play against the big boys of college lacrosse early and test ourselves.
Ben McCarthy had the initial clamp and draw, but It's a loose ball, and now Duke comes up with it, so McCarthy will get credit for that face-off win. Into the offensive end. That was McGuire, and that's a shot and a score. Kershus.
You see the threat of Aiden McGuire picking up a ground ball, pushing transition, finding an open Kershus who capitalizes, finishing the ball.
And another assisted goal for Duke. Just waits for that slide to come, passes to where the slide came to, just like the little kids are coached. See the slide coming, go that way, and boy, what a great finish by the freshman Kershus.
It's pretty stuff. It's what you want to see out of transition. Coach,
transition goal. So McCarthy in blue, Rippeon in white. And McCarthy takes it himself, dumps it back to Jamison. So beautiful face-off win and a little make it take it for the Duke Blue Devils. Number 7 in the country. Former goalie, I will tell you that's a little ball and a big goal. So if you have a shot and you're confident, 50% of them are going to go in usually. Well, maybe more than that, depending on if I'm in there.
Ball in the back of the net.
So last year it was Dyson Williams finishing in that lefty attack spot, and it looks like Graham is picking up where Williams left off. And we are at the half. What an exciting half it was. Duke goes into the break leading.
Contact, causing turnovers, getting tough ground balls, but what he does to push the ball offensively really separates him from the pack.
And you can see him walk up to the face-off man, and I think he said, "Get it over towards me." Not a lip reader, but... And Rippeon comes up with it. Duke had their chances.
McCarthy won the draw. Rippeon sticking with it, getting a nice ground ball.
Frazier.
We need to slough in order to cover that open player in the middle.
So a 3-goal lead for Duke and a face-off win. So precarious times for Jacksonville as they try to keep it close here and try to get some offense, but the face-offs so important for a freshman in a big-time game.
Well, that means a lot from the Hall of Famer Jim Applegate at Worcester University.
Worcester.
John Hill throws it exactly where you need it, up in the breadbasket, and a nice quick stick finish by Taylor.
And a nice clear by Duke. Face-off, following that McAdory ripper, and trying to add to it. There's a shot, saved by Della Rocco, rebound. Overplay that right hand a little bit. Even though he's capable left-handed, he prefers if you're going to give him that.
Back-to-back goals with that right hand.
Did they say Jacksonville came out? Nope. Yep, it looks like Intrary might have stepped on that line before the ball came in, so it's going to be awarded back to Duke. Have a feeling Coach Galloway's jumping up and down on the sidelines, actually on the field right now. With a 12-9 advantage in the face-offs. Jacksonville with 16 turnovers, 10 of which have been caused by Duke.
Aggressive play out of the defensive midfield by Duke. Those long poles also getting involved, getting active, causing turnovers.
That's a face-off win for Duke. It was contested there for a little while, but McCarthy's going to get credit for another win. There's some tight quarter passing, and that's goal number 4. Slowly but surely, Duke's starting to stack up the face-off wins as well. So 7-goal lead. They've got Jacksonville doubled up, and see how much fight these Dolphins have left in them. 5.5 to go. Beating the 10-man ride. Now it's a little unsighted. Moliver, cross-crease pass. The green in the middle of the field there. Duke legend. It's just a great guy to have here in Jacksonville. No backup again. So we a couple of players didn't necessarily expect to see from Owen Williams and Michael Clark. So Jacksonville working on their depth here today as well. That's a face-off win. Rippeon has the ball. So Jacksonville has a timeout. So you might say, why are they calling a timeout with 21 seconds left?